What's happening, Weights and Beats?
Oh,
Zach here.
Hey. What is going on, Weights and Beats? It is your boy Kwame here. We are down at Henley Beach. Oh, sorry, I'll let you talk. Oh, sorry.
I was going to do the intro, but he's already done it.
Sorry, I'm sorry, man.
But yeah, today we're going to do a tips. So we're going to do bodybuilding tips. Today we're going to focus on triceps and biceps. So he's going to teach us a few tips and tricks on how to grow our biceps fast. You know, I need some help, you know, look at me. Alright, so what we're gonna do with this video, so Kwame is gonna talk about the first half of the video, which will be a few tips on how to grow your triceps, and Robbo will take the second part of the video, which will be awesome and coming up. Stay tuned.
Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up.
The camera is yours.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Straight up, I'm gonna give you 5 tips for building up your triceps. The first thing is mind-muscle connection. One of the things that you gotta focus on is being able to feel the muscle group, okay, as you lift, okay. So a lot of people focus so much on the weights, but number one is mind-muscle connection. You have to be able to get that mind-muscle connection. Now let me teach you how to actually gain mind-muscle connection. It's all about focus. It's all a mental thing. An interesting way that you can actually spike mind-muscle connections to actually touch the muscle group. So for instance, if you do a 1-arm movement, use your hand to tap the muscle, and you guys can try it right now as you're watching, and you'll be surprised how much that works. It works like magic. The next thing is frequency. When you train your triceps, make sure you train them as often as you can if you want to prioritize them to get bigger. Your triceps also the bigger part of your arm, so it's important to develop those triceps as well. Frequency means training them more often. The next thing we're gonna go is for weight. Make sure you actually add some weight on there, guys. I'm saying make sure form always beats weight, but make sure you do put some decent amount of weight on there, because your body actually gets really used to the weights over time, like everything else. So it's going to need something to challenge it. The next thing is form and technique, guys. I cannot stress on the importance of form and technique. Using biomechanics, you can position your arms in different ways and different angles. That's going to help smash out your triceps. So make sure that you always ensure that your form and technique is on point. Also, you hit your triceps from different angles, which is basically my last point. Angles is always the best thing. So you have different heads of the triceps. You've got 3 heads as well. You can also hit your longer or shorter heads as well. Make sure you use a variety of exercises with different angles to demolish your triceps. I got one extra tip for you guys, okay? Make sure you have lots and lots of KFC to fuel your triceps. I'm just kidding. But yeah, your nutrition, your post-workout nutrition is really important, and have some lots and lots of KFC. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll pass it on to my boy from Weights and Beats, Zaki.
Alright, so that was awesome. What we're gonna do now is get Kwame to do a few tricep poses for us. And also I'll put in a few photos as well afterwards, and then after that it will be over to Robbo.
Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah.
Thanks Kwame for the video on triceps, the 5 tips. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about biceps, some tips you can incorporate into your routines to help maximize bicep growth. First being, if you hold your hands more outwards, away from your body, that's going to hit more your short head of your bicep, which is the bicep which is on the inside of your arm. If you hold your hands more narrow, that's going to hit the long head of your bicep, which is on the outside. So there are 2 things to focus on there. Third tip, you can do range of motion. Let's say you're doing barbell curls and you're standing there. If you come up about 50% of the range of motion, back down, that's going to hit more the bottom chunk of your bicep. If you start from the middle upwards, that's going to hit more the top part insertion of your bicep. So it's going to give you fullness around the whole size of your bicep. Bicep is a small muscle. It doesn't need a lot of training for it to grow. So I would recommend, if you want arm growth, the best way to get arm growth, hit them with more volume, more frequency. Don't go crazy heavy, focus on that stretch and that squeeze, and by doing that, you'll pump a lot more blood into your muscle, and you'll notice your biceps will grow a lot more efficiently than if you're just grabbing a heavy weight and swinging and not using your actual biceps to contract and get the tension. So last tip I would recommend for biceps is hit the brachialis, which is more or less your forearm, which joins up, you can't really see, but your forearm, your brachialis starts from here and goes up to there. That gives you the thickness to your arm. So I would recommend always incorporating at least one exercise for the brachialis in your bicep routines. Joining all those things together, if you do that, you'll notice a lot more growth in your biceps, and from that, yeah, you'll notice a lot more gains in your bicep department as opposed to just doing heavy weight. And obviously frequency is very good. Try and hit them once, twice a week. Quite good. High sets ranging from 3 to 5. Keeping the reps high, I'd recommend between 12 to 20 plus reps. Alright guys, so yeah, that's just a little few 5 tips on biceps and how to get the maximum growth out of them. Also guys, if you click the eye here, that will take you straight to Kwame's video on his trip to America in the States. And yeah, so check that out. And like always, like, comment, subscribe for more videos. Stay tuned. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Hey man, come on man, we're doing a video.
Hey, sorry man, sorry man. Just trying to keep up, So
that's another one. A couple more. So